Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free when you're playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And, boy, what a great defensive play there. Weren't out leverage, running to the football from the inside out. It turned into a big loss of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Bernardrick McKinney coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
Every time you throw an incompletion, you think, boy, that's a wasted opportunity, don't you?
Yeah, because last year they were number 2 against the pass, was this Houston defense.
And J.J. Watt is back for all of 2017. They'll be that much stronger.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And tough starting field position here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller.
Check 26, check 26.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at the 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. On 2nd down, here's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Flex round.
3 down, 3
Let's
down.
go, Ohio.
Hey,
Ohio.
check. 3 down, 3 down.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done. and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they
Come
were.
on, let's go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jayon Brown in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over
Come
there.
on, let's go. Red 38. Hey, red 38.
Check
Flex
forward.
round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Derek Morgan in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. So a first-quarter sack. And remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of break for you.
To throw is Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 99 yards, and the Texans have taken the early lead. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
We got 4 down. Let's go.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
We talked about him. They did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it.
A first down throw for Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted. The 12-yard line.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Come on, let's go.
Alert.
White,
Alert.
90.
3 down, 3 down.
White, 90. Flex round. Flex round.
Shift.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
Here we go. What? 90.
Mike, 55.
What? 90.
Check, 55, Mike.
Flex round. Flex round.
Again, it's Miller. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Hey, watch edge.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Lay down.
Come on.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it, baby.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Strong right.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Man, that's trash. Come on, baby. Get excited. Let's go. Alert 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Baby. Turn it up. Let's go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Watch left. Watch left. Watch left.
Flex round. Ohio.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Run. That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Check.
Ohio. Flex round.
On 1st and 10, Watson. They'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
White 90.
Check
White 90. Flex round.
Check.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson going for the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's the rookie from USC, Adoree Jackson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Watch tight end.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Under crush.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And Davis with it left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Get on the point right here. 82's moving.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Second down, Mariota. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
3 down. Back's mine.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. After the interception, here's Watson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Ohio. Come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Tight left.
First down, Mariota. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That goes for a gain of 31. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
One. Set. Blue 80.
Jack 31.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set.
One.
Bang, 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 bang.
Set. One.
Hey, watch the shit.
Easy.
Sponge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Suckup will put this one right through. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they'll go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Come on, let's go. White, 90. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Watson on the right side. This is Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taken in at the 22. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Single.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Tight end right. Four down.
And a giveless time to the tailback. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. A Titan 1st down, Mariota to Walker.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's going to sling, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Working out of the gun, Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They begin with a run by Miller. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
55, Mike 55.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's
Here we
right.
go.
To throw on second is Watson. And this is incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough third and 18.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was third and very long, so you know you're regarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's second and 12. Mariota to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver and tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On first and 10, here's Mariota. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Mariota now on second down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Ringo. One.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now they try the right side here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down. That's Lewis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
He may not look the part of an inside linebacker because he's so tall and lengthy. Zach Cunningham can fend off blocks, and he can flat-out run and make plays.
He was so good at Vanderbilt. Led the SEC with 125 tackles last year. Wound up a first-team All-American. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And now out comes Houston. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Watson on 1st down. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Brian Arakpo leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Flex round! Kill! Let's go! Hut!
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Ohio!
Brian Arakpo in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Let's go! What? 90! Flex round! Hut!
3rd and long, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Check, 55.
first down, it's Watson. Over the middle, here to Coates. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go. Grand 38. Ohio.
On second down, here's Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, Watson. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet, right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Let's go. Grand 38.
Here's Watson now on second down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jarrell Casey in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Out of the gun, Watson.
Check it back.
Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And that's one where the quarterback has to show the agility of his feet and the arm. And to scramble, still was able to make the play.
I'm going to show my age. I go back to Roger Staubach. And he was with the Cowboys, and Tom Landry, his head coach, kept telling him, quit scrambling, oh, nice result. Those are those types of plays, keeping the play alive, extending it, and finding a receiver open for a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And this way, you take points when you can get them. Not easy.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On the counter, it's Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long here for Mariota. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And now out comes Houston. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
They'll run it again with Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Flex round! Ohio! Here we go!
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And this looks to probably be the final play.
Tight left.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Run. Okay, Okay, we got 4.